It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Here's Cook again, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He goes down. Samson Ibuka drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
It's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt... play, didn't it? and they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now.
Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready, break.
They start the drive with Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From his own end zone, here's Willis. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here is 3rd and 5. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very solid gain of 27. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Willis. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The Bengals at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And that takes us from second to third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Waddle, the motion man, right.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Third down, it's Willis.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Goff now looks to throw. Williams brings it in. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the swing.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Justin Jefferson.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Atwell now from his end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Willis to throw on second. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second down, here's Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half, but not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Willis will look to throw it. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Willis. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Play action. Willis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Marte Mapu. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
1st and 10, it's Willis. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Waddle, 46 yards.
And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now Goff. Out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Tiger, Tiger.
Goff on 1st down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Again, Goff. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, it's gone. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Hey, kill! 5.
The final shot before break here. Goff to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Goff now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll turn to Sanders.
don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. In motion left is Higgins. They run it again with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run the counter with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Caught by Woods. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner's a former defensive back. I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Complete to Atwell. A gain of a yard. And the Rams first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. Willis now off of play action. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie see.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Bengals. Rashad Penny, 61 yards. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Goff looking to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. 3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that is caught. He's going for a Bengal touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And now an audible here into something else.
Alert! Alert!
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Rams.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd down, here's Willis.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Willis, got to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Willis's pass. Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another run here with Sanders. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.